Check out the deja vu happening now. In 2018, a then unknown candidate to many, Jair Messias Bolsonaro, emerged, led, and won. Then we saw that endless whining from the press. Remember that journalist Patrícia Campos Mello, who claimed Bolsonaro won because of fake news blasts, when it was always the left who spread fake news? Saturday, on Sunday, there would be the second round. Back in 2018 on Saturday, the Partido dos Trabalhadores was releasing fake polls, saying that Haddad had overtaken Bolsonaro. Patrícia Campos Mello started acting again now with a new narrative. They're desperate, of course. In the Northeast, where Lula leads, Flávio already has higher numbers than President Bolsonaro did there in 2022. It's going to be a surprise box, and I don't know, maybe even Lula will give up, because he'll see that the game's already over for him. You'll see, I'll show you. Hit the like button and join our family. Don't forget to comment. My friends, before we start, I want you to take a look at this picture here. You see, it's me in a Adralis. Look how big my face was. This other video here that I made for TikTok, I made it about 5 or 6 months ago. Look at my double chin. Look at the size of my face. Look how swollen I was. 20 kilos heavier, 20 kilos heavier. Now, I want you to take a look at this other image here. You can see it, guys. Slim Fever, this product that I advertise here on the channel, here on our channel, is official, okay? It's official. It's the place with the biggest discount because I have a partnership directly with the owner of Slim Fever. Why? It was through this little product here that I managed to lose 20 kilos. 20 kilos. I was 105 kilos. Today I'm at 8. Thanks to Slim Fever. So if you want to go on a diet, we know, end of the year, beginning of the year, and all, keep in shape, I use Slim Fever. It's a little powder that you put in water, stir it, and it gives you that feeling of fullness, you know? And you'll be able to lose inches. If I could do it, why can't you, right? It's a great product in the fight against obesity. For us to lose weight and look good, it's an excellent opportunity. All the results are here. All the results are here. A few months ago, 20 kilos. I'm living proof that I managed to lose weight. I made a direct deal with the Slim Fever supplier. You won't find a better price anywhere else. Ours is the best deal on the entire internet. So the link is right here, just below. Don't miss this chance. Let's lose weight, look great, and improve your life. The link is just below. Guys, look, what I'm saying is personal, already commenting. The campaign hasn't even started yet. Flávio Bolsonaro already has a higher percentage of valid votes than President Bolsonaro. In Pernambuco, which is Lula's state, it's Lula's state, then people said Lula will give up by May. Look at the numbers here. Lula 54 in the first round, according to Datafolha. Okay, just to be clear, Datafolha, Lula 54, Flávio Bolsonaro, 25 first round. In the second round, Lula has 59, Flávio has 31. In Pernambuco, and according to Datafolha, they had to release it because the latest polls only showed Flávio Bolsonaro ahead, and now they're technically tied. The Datafolha poll he did only took surveys from the Northeast, and even then he couldn't prove it. Flávio is already ahead of President Bolsonaro, and the last campaign hasn't even started. Patrícia Campos Mello came. Organizations and parties are pointing out to the Superior Electoral Court gaps in electoral regulation, artificial intelligence, and influencers. They want to silence us here. You need to remember that Patrícia Campos Mello is that journalist who spread the fake news narrative, and that Patrícia Campos Mello's father received millions of reais through Marcelo from Odebrecht, right? The owner of Odebrecht for that Brazilian magazine. Do you remember? Do you remember? You can't find a free Partido dos Trabalhadores supporter. She is already trying to do it well before the electoral process. Releasing new narratives, that's what she did. The government asks the Superior Electoral Court for an anti-Marçal cut clause and a ban on negative propaganda by influencers. Marçal will lead Flávio Bolsonaro's digital campaign. And there will be a lot of cuts. You'll see how many cuts there will be. And she's already asking here for there to be no cuts. Look at the level of this. Look at the level of absurdity. These guys are desperate. You may like or dislike Marçal. Say that he's going to help Flávio a lot, and I believe he will help. Is it better for Pablo Marçal to side with Flávio or Lula? I prefer Flávio. At least that's my opinion. Here, Henrique Soldani, a big influencer on X, posted, and he's one of the top journalists covering the behind the scenes of television and the press, one of the biggest, him and Futrinho. Just like in 2022, as soon as it's election year, Patrícia Campos Mello from Folha is already on it. Out of nowhere, a series of reports about the Superior Electoral Court fake news, and related topics start popping up, always paving the way to legitimize the persecution of political groups. As I've already mentioned here, I attended one of her lectures at Fecomercio, where she showed up, very proud that thanks to one of her reports about fake news, Moraes' decision to revoke Fernando Francisco's mandate was based on it. Isn't he that congressman who's a friend of President Bolsonaro, a lawmaker who dedicated years to fighting drug trafficking? Francisco is a police officer. Patrícia isn't a real journalist. She is part of the state control apparatus and operates, as Olavo de Carvalho would say, a faucet that regulates the flow of information. It opens a little when it's convenient for those in power, and closes when it threatens to expose the truth. You don't know what these people are like. Dangerous. They come under that cloak of, here comes little Francisco fighting fake news, fighting disinformation. They don't care, my friends. They want to silence us all. Henrique mentioned it. I attended a lecture by the journalist who proudly stated that her report supported Moraes' decision. This man here, Francisquinho, was one of the most combative police officers in Brazil.
Federal Deputy Fernando Franciscini, who is a federal police officer and has operations like the one that led to the arrest of Colombian drug trafficker Juan Carlos Abadia on his resume, presented a bill in Congress that creates a new disciplinary regime for ultra-dangerous criminals.
The guy is amazing. Alexandre de Moraes took away his mandate, took away the mandate of a police officer. Here we see a situation where nobody helps anyone, right? Because the other police officers in this situation should have defended their friend, right? Look at the journalist's side. The big ambition of journalists is to be the information service. They want to be agents of social transformation, agents of power, and their role is to control the flow of information.
Because the big ambition of these journalists is to be the information service. Is it to be the SNI or to be the CIA or the KGB of the future? They aim to be agents of power and social change, controlling information flow.
Great Professor Olavo de Carvalho, whom I'm proud that he's one of our followers here on the channel. More than 6 years ago, the family that runs his channel has been with us until today. He's one of our followers. Here, I had 90,000 subscribers. When Professor Olavo de Carvalho was alive, he followed me, he started following me, and even shared our videos in several groups that he had. It's an honor to have Professor Olavo. Wow, amazing, oh my God, for heaven's sake. All this that they're doing is not going to work. And I'm going to show you here. A situation has already started. Flávio Bolsonaro is now going to sue this world here because he came with the information that Flávio Bolsonaro has now offered 5,000 reais to a witness to accuse Lula. Look, they're lying, they're gonna get sued. Flávio Bolsonaro, Judicial announcement against Rogerio Correa after he claimed that the senator had offered $5 million to a witness to accuse Lula. At the National Institute of Social Security Parliamentary Commission of Inquiry, look at the lies. Flávio's defense rejects the accusation as a lie without evidence and says action will be taken to hold the person accountable. These guys, they're only doing this right now because they know this white-haired guy. They know Alexandre de Moraes won't let anything happen to him right now. So they spread lies. And the other one talking about fake news, huh? That Patrícia Campos Mello, they spread fake news. They lie in every way. We're not living in normal times. This is a dictatorship. It's a dictatorship. We're already in socialism. I'm telling you, we're in socialism and we have to fight for this guy to win. Here's why. Because if Lula tries to mess around, a new term next year, if we blink, it's already full communism with dictatorship. Today we have socialism with dictatorship. Now, can you imagine dictatorship with communism? Why socialism? They're taking everything from us. They're taking absolutely everything. It's the first step, the first term in this new order, in this Partido dos Trabalhadores Inácio and Supreme Court Consortium. Socialism, then communism. It's you working yourself to death to support some nefarious people like this one next to Flávio Inácio, Janja, and all the rest. It's an outrage, and I'll say it again. It's an outrage that we know about it, and for now, nothing is happening. Knowing that there's going to be a samba school parade. You're funding Lula's campaign ads. It's insane. For much less. Alexandre de Moraes censored a lot more people. There were many decisions that ended social media accounts. Now, these guys are going to campaign openly on Globo during Carnival. We have to keep going here. Giving up can never be an option. We have to be determined until October comes and Flávio Bolsonaro wins. And it's already working. Because they're desperate. They're desperate. They're certain nothing will happen to them since they control the judiciary, so they feel free to do whatever they want. Share this video on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and like it. Subscribe to join our family. I'll return soon on Pais e Filhos, Fabiano Giguet.